Well, all right there, everybody. Welcome to another morning show. Thanks for stopping by. It's raining. It's been like a week since I've done a morning show. You know, it's taken me like a whole week to wake my dumb ass up. Hope y'all have been well. The news, y'all have heard it. Hopefully y'all have heard it. It's been officially announced. Big Brain University has replaced the Department of Education. It's fantastic news. We're glad that finally everybody in the government is on board. We're glad that they recognize the precedent and the curve that we've set, the bar that we've set, the par. Now, any of you who are new, bigbrainuniversity.com, go check out the lessons. It's a perfect time to do all this. Now that the education would be shifting, the education system should be shifting. It's very interesting timing, right? Right after we put out Big Brain University, get all of our lessons done. The merchandise, the official merchandise is officially done. It's taken years for this to finally come to a head. But it is finished. This is the first round. Everything turned out perfect. It was relatively cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Very satisfied. So I'll be putting some of that on the website. I'm actually not sure if and when I'm going to make it available for purchase. I'm just not sure the logistics behind that. I'm not going to be running my ass off every time somebody orders something. That's kind of the goal. Like, really, do I want to become a shipping and packing boy for thousands of people who are obviously going to want all of this fresh merchandise that elevates your awareness level? It's like getting a legendary item in a video game where it enhances your skill level. It levels you up. That's what this real life merchandise does. I've already tested it out. It's proven fact. Scientific fact. Now, the Department of Education getting dismantled, giving the education system, basically the public education system, back to the states. What that all entails, really, you have bigbrainuniversity.com. That is the fucking standard. The only thing that you need to teach these kids outside of what we have already provided is how to read and write. That's it. That's all you got to teach them to do. You teach them to read and write. You put them through the information at bigbrainuniversity.com. And then they will naturally develop curiosities about the things they want to accomplish in life. I want to be a salesman. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a superhero. They will be able to go and learn from people in the trades that actually work on the job. That's all we ever needed. We don't need to send them through 12 fucking years of education to teach them how to to make refrigerators and all the shit that we need, to make shoes, clothes, to feed people. We don't need all this fucking bloated ass education system. Just like they're saying 80% of it can fucking go. Like, of the government, it's total fucking waste. That's the same goddamn thing with the education system. All we need that system to do, and you don't really even need them to do this, the parents could accomplish this quite easily, is teach them to read and fucking write. Kevin and myself, Kevin being current National Security Agent, biostatistics and algorithms expert, we took our time, put together Big Brain University. We didn't know exactly what we were doing at the beginning, but what happened was we ended up creating an education system for everybody because both him and myself had an education and life experience that's not available to the public. You can't go and buy this stuff. So, what was the joke I had to get in there? Oh man. No, traffic is going to make me forget my spot. Don't you do this to me. It'll come back. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay. So right as this guy gets out of my way and I got a free path, I remember what I'm going to say about the, okay, there was a movie like in 2019 or something that came out. I think it was called Third Eye Spies. And what it's about is people in the, like, intelligence agency using psychic warfare, using psychic power to predict the enemy's actions, to predict what they've already planned. Interestingly enough, I bring this up because Kevin and I, we also did Buff Brain Sportscast where we covered a couple seasons of the NFL, and we did trifecta bets. Like, basically what I did during that was I used that psychic warfare tactic that they're talking about to predict the outcome of the NFL games and the season. We hit the second season with 100% accuracy what was going to happen. Who was going to win the Super Bowl. We did it in week 4. Taylor Swift was going to be, we called the entire thing. Putting this in terms of that documentary that just what basically you could parallel to what I was doing I told you I was using synchronicity to figure out how I was going to place my trifecta bets on who was going to win the game, and I went 80% on the entire season. 80%. On top of Kevin and I together, again, being able to predict the entire outcome of the whole season to a T. What we've captured here for you and put online and on display for everybody to just go and get for free at any time is literally an example of what this documentary is talking about. Like, using psychic warfare. I've put it all in my own terms for you that we've captured on and recording. I've called it synchronicity. You can go read about it in my book. Like, you can go understand the origin of where I figured out how to do this. And now we've recorded it again for you. It's all on display. I don't know, when we set out to record this, and like when I made the decision in my life to, okay, I'm going to start telling people the truth. Like, this is what's going on. You guys, you need to wake up. This is how this is all, the everything that we've been able to capture so far, the culmination, the bigbrainuniversity.com, the merchandise, how that's turned out. Everything has come to a very nice fruition. And a small example here. We're just going to have some fun with this one in thought, right? The minute I finished my book, and if you've read it, you'll understand the weight of it. And why, right when I finished it, which was 3 years later on the same day I started it, Valentine's Day, I was in Key West, Florida, 2020? And then COVID dropped. Right when I finished my production on everything on my book, and I was like, okay, this is done. This is ready for everybody. COVID, they dropped this whole COVID psyop. I was like, I had a truck, I had a camper, and I had the book ready. I was already traveling. I was planned on picking up a remote job, and I was going to travel the entire country and tell fucking everybody. They're like, nope, COVID, nobody's moving anywhere. Shut it down. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I've been working on this fucking book for 3 years, right? And you guys just like, now you're just gonna, like, it felt directly connected to what I was doing is the point I'm going for here. And that's the fun we're gonna have with this. Right when we get like, they announced the Department of Education was being eliminated right about the same time that I was finalizing the details for the merchandise to be created with the embroiderer. So it was like, okay, yep, these are the final things. All the measurements, all the colors, everything's right. You guys do your thing. Send me the bill and let me know when it's ready. That was right about when they announced that the Department of Education was being dissolved. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Here we did it again. We just changed that motherfucking world. Because what did they do? They're like, oh, BigBrainUniversity.com's like there. It's like official as fuck. They even got merchandise. What do we even need the Department of Education for? We can save a fuckload of money. Kevin and Brandon provided all the education these people need for free. Oh my God. Yeah, it was like that. The experience has been like that. Holy fuck. So yeah, if you're new here, if you're old here, we've been able to capture some magical things, summarizing it as simply as I can. So, there you go, y'all. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in again, spending your time, just doing what you can to make the world a better place. That's really a key here to leveling up. If you don't want to level up, then I don't know, that's on you. You're going to be back. Have fun next time. Just be careful. You might come back next time as less, Might not be so because you had a chance and you didn't level up. You might have to level down, level back up. Like, what if you got to become a dog and you're like, you live your life as a dog wishing you could be human? Wouldn't most dogs, they kind of look at you like, man, I just wish I could be human so I could walk around with you and drive the car and do these cool things. You don't think that animals have that sort of ability and skill envy just because they can't do certain things? I mean, it would be like being handicapped. So it'd be like somewhere in your soul you know that you're a dog and you want to be a human, but your soul was like, well, I was already human and I didn't get it right, so I had to become a dog so I could appreciate being human again. And maybe this time, since all my memory of the past life has pretty much been wiped, if I don't reconnect with my soul and wake up, I won't level up to be a human again. And it's like, you can repeat that cycle, and that's kind of like a short rendition of some of just Buddhist philosophy, I guess. A lot of different religions practice this philosophy, where you just keep reincarnating. You either level up and you ascend at some point, or you just keep incarnating. There are plenty of monks that you can read books about, Namu Amida Butsu being one of them, who pledged his existence to staying here in this material sort of world, or at this earthly realm, staying here instead of ascending, so he could just continue to help people find enlightenment, to help them ascend. It's like, some people have had that perspective on life before, and we don't find that in the Western world. So I bring it up, relevant to the conversation. It's a beautiful thought, really. So with that, I am going to finish the drive here. I hope you all been well, have the day you deserve, and I'll see you in the next one. Probably be updating BigBrainUniversity.com here. Not quite sure what's up for the future. Oh yeah, I did finally. If you've made it this far, you deserve to know this. I've officially started recording for a musical album that I'm going to write and produce and record. I might have some guest musicians, actually. My uncle we just got word that my uncle's being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for this state. So, I know I've mentioned it before. The guy's, I've said it before, he's fucking godlike and guitarist. It's incredible. So it's nice to see that he's had that recognition, which is kind of another synchronistic event, because I was getting things lined up to get myself in the mode of writing this musical album I want to do. And when I was doing that, my uncle finds out he's getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm like, you fucker! You just had to go set the fucking bar. That what am, what am I supposed to do now? I have to come out with something that like reinvents the fucking genre of like. I do have some ideas to kind of do this. It's gonna be an interesting bit. Like I said, I've got the first 2 songs are already kind of in the mix. I pushed record, got them recorded so I don't forget them. So yeah, all right, we'll let you go. Take care, y'all. See ya.